Inkampani yabalimi yazwa ukuthi iCloppers Farming Pty Ltd ithi sasifikile isikhathi sokuthi wonke ke umuntu ke olangazelela noma ufisa ukuba ke ingxenye yokuba ke umfuyi ukuthi ke angene ke kulomkhakha ngaphandle kokuthi ke akhokhe izumbulu ke ezemali. Le nkampani inohlelo ke la ingenisa khona ke noma elekelela khona ke abafuyi ukuthi ke bangene ngokuthi ke bakhokhe bengakhokhi ke imali enkulu ngokuthi ke babe yibona ke abafuyi kulona ke izwe laseningizimu Afrika. Umnumzane uByron Simcox uvela kuyona ke le nkampani kanti ke uzokhuluma kabanzi ngaloke uhlelo abanalo ngaphansi kwayo ke le nkampani nonhloso yalo ukufaka ke wonke umuntu eseningizimu Afrika uthanda ukuba umfuyi ekuthenini ke aba uyena ke umfuyi ngaphandle kokuthi ke akhokhe indodla zemali. Angikubingelele mbukeli igama lami nguSimangeli Sibongo sami ngwakachirwa ubukela uhlelo lakho iKZN News Talk. Asiqoqozeleke mbukeli yiba ingxenye yalo ke leli hlelo esikuthulela lona kuloke usuku namhlanje sebenzisa ke inkundla zethu zokuxhumana ukudlulisa ke nje ukuphala kwakho ngaso ke nje isihloko noma ngaso ke isihambeli sethu esikhona kulona ke nje uhlelo lethu kuyena ke uMr Byron Simcox ovela kuyona ke inkampani yazwa ukuthi ke iCloppers Farming kulona ke uhlelo lethu iKZN News Talk. Mr Byron, such a great pleasure to have you back on our show. Welcome to KZN News Talk.
Thanks so much. A pleasure to be here again, Simangeli.
And I think the big question, after listening to my introduction, I do know that our viewers are asking themselves, who is this Cloppers Farming?
Cloppers Farmers Group is an organization which was started farming-based because of the significance of farming internationally and expanding into South Africa because of the significance in South Africa as farming. Okay, we specifically focus on livestock, game, that type of thing. But it's an international business. Our headquarters are in London, and we've got financial backup from a company in Norway called Charlo Holdings to the extent of $10 billion.
And you're also based in South Africa. And why is it important for you to also have another branches here in South Africa?
Well, I think it's accessibility. One of the main reasons, and we want to go, we've just opened up offices in Anton Lembede Street, Bay House, 333 Anton Lembede. We've got offices in Ulundi, also recently opened. So we're expanding.
And how long have you been operating? And if you're looking at your journey, how has it been? How long have you been operating as Cloppers Farming?
Since 2021.
Okay.
So that's enough. It's enough time to communicate to the public. Establishment, credibility, longevity is very significant. We're not fly by night. We've been around for years, and we're going to be around for a lot more years.
And that's very important, especially if you're going to be putting your money to understand the origins of the company, and 100%. Understanding how long have they been operating. Let's talk about the journey. How has been your journey since you started operating in 2021?
My journey has been exciting, and the more I get involved, the more I've been involved, the more, for me, it's been confirmed that the Cloppers Farmers Group is consistent, honourable. For me, when it comes to sales representation of businesses, it's very important that I'm genuine, that what I'm selling is true, that it's going to benefit people. I like win-win. I want Cloppers Farmers Group to win. I want my clients to win. If my clients aren't going to win, I'm not in it. It's that simple for me.
And how important is this sector if you are looking at our economy? I know it plays a very important role in terms of boosting our economy, but how important it is when it comes to our economy?
It's indispensable. Without farming, have we got food? We specifically like livestock and game farming and that type of thing, and horses as well. But as an agricultural sector, without farming you can't eat.
Exactly.
Basically. But not only that, it's about creating employment. The Cloppers Farmers Group is offering an opportunity, guaranteed, no risk, and backed up by huge money from Charlo Holdings in Norway. All right. So your money's safe. You know what I mean? But it's about, even indirectly, it's about being an instrument to provide employment. So many things. It's also, you could argue that farming is one of South Africa's natural resources. Our climate's got a lot to do with it. People complain about the weather in South Africa, but people leave other continents, come to South Africa because of the weather. So, like I said, the longer I'm involved, the more excited I am. For myself, for Kloppers Farmers Group, and for the public.
Which is very important. And you talk about the importance of this sector in terms of boosting our economy. And I believe you'll also expand on talking about its potential when it comes to addressing the issue of unemployment. You know that that's a challenge that we have
100%.
as a country, how important it is in terms of, its potential when it comes to addressing the issue of unemployment.
Absolutely. Well, typically, this is not meant to be like a gender discriminatory statement at all, but very often a man is referred to as a breadwinner, and sometimes you get ladies who are courageous ladies who are, in that context of the family, the breadwinner. And without employment, how are you going to win bread? And if you want to make real financial progress, if you want to talk about significant international financial people like Robert Kiyosaki, Warren Buffett says, for some will be familiar with Warren Buffett, some may not. He's like a self-made billionaire in dollars through investing in shares. And he said, you'll never become rich unless your money is working while you're sleeping. And in that context, Kloppers Farmers Group can be an instrument to make money for you while you're sleeping.
That's a very important point. And how many people do you think understand that very important point?
Absolutely. Well, the thing about Kloppers Farmers Group, maybe I should tap on a little bit about investments.
Yeah.
I'm going to be concise, and I'm not going to flood people with too much information about investments, because it's the essence of the message is what's important to communicate, not all the details. They can be explored another time. But if we talk about investments, you're looking at a fixed deposit, you're probably looking at something like a minimum of 5,000 Rand, getting returns of between, on average, 6 to 9% per annum. So in other words, if I put 1,000 Rand in, at the end of the year, I'll get 1,060 Rand back, or 1,090 Rand back. You can get much better returns on the share market, okay? But you need to know what you're doing, because if you don't know what you're doing, it's high risk. You can lose money as much as you can make money. There's trading Forex, also you can make a lot of money, but I've traded Forex, but I've won money and I've lost money. Okay, Kloppers Farmers Group is offering you guarantees. Double your money, or almost double your money in 2 to 3 months.
Really?
That's phenomenal. And backed up with $10 billion, 180 odd million Rand, by the Charlo, financial institution in Norway. If you ask me, it's almost incomparable.
Okay. All right. When we come back from the outbreak, we're going to talk about the membership model that you use at the Kloppers Farming. But we're going to go to the outbreak, and then when we come back, you then go straight to that, to answering that question. Asithengisimbuyele Catering News Talk. Manga besibuya singena kusoke isigaba sesibili saloke nje uhlelo lakho iCatering News Talk oyibukelayo. Asibingelele mbukeli sikwamkeleke kusoke isigaba sesibili saloke nje uhlelo yakho iCatering News Talk oyibukela. Igama lami nguSimangele, isibongo sami ngwakatshirwa. Kanti mawusanda kuvulela uhlelo lakho asikhumbuze ukuthi ke sanjele uyena uMr Byron Simcox oyena ke isenior representative ngaphansi kwayo ke inkampani yabafuyi yazwa ukuthi ke iCloppers Farming. Sikhuluma kabanzi ke nabe kakhulukazi wabegqugquzela wonke ke umuntu othanda ukuba ke umfuyi ukuthi ke angene ngaphansi kwayo ke lomkhakho, njengoba bethi ke bona bakwenza kube lula kakhulu njengenkampani ukuthi ke umuntu abe ingxenye yakho ke ukuthi ke abe uyena ke nje umfuyi. Bathi ke indlela bakwenza ngayo ilula kakhulu, nokwenza ukuthi ke kube lula ukuthi ke umuntu ofisa noma ke ozibona ngelinye ilanga umfuyi akwazi ukuthi ke angene kona ke lo mkhakha. Kanti ke sinaye kulo ke uhlelo lethu ukuphendula imibuzo ongaba nayo, kanti ke nakhona ke inkundleni zokuxhumana ungakwazi ukuthi ke udlulisele ke uphawula kakho noma ke imibuzo wakho onawo kuyena ke uMr Simcox ekhona kulo ke uhlelo lethu ku Facebook so Catering News Talk, kanti na ku Access phela futhi boyena uCatering News Talk. Uvula kumbukeli lubalekile kakhulu kulo ke nje lolu hlelo, kungakho siligqugquzela njalo ukuthi ke impumelelo lolu hlelo ukubona wena uba ingxenye ngokuthi ke uphawule udlulise ke nemibuzo yakho kulona ke lolu hlelo esikuthulela lona kuyona ke ibusuku banamhlanje kuwaloko usuku la ngolesithathu. Ngiyafuna Mr Barrows that we talk about the membership model that you use under Kloppers Farming.
Okay, thank you for mentioning that. I think what's very, very significant is we're non-discriminatory. Part of the vision and mission of Kloppers Farmers Group is not to empower certain types of people.
But everyone.
It's exactly. It's to empower people. And that's one of the reasons I think our membership is so flexible. It costs 500 Rand. 500 Rand is 500 Rand.
Really?
But
So that's how small you can start?
Absolutely.
Like by just paying 500 Rand, then you can be able to start?
that's correct. And it's not an annual thing.
Okay.
It's a lifetime thing.
Really?
$500 for the rest of your life.
Okay.
You
So
can join.
then you start getting the earnings like on monthly basis?
Well, what happens, it's not quite like that. It is accumulated,
Okay.
even daily.
Okay.
All right, and
All
that
right.
information is accessible. But
Okay.
from an investment after your membership fee of as little as 1,500 Rand up to 1.1 million Rand for a Serrano horse. The 1,500 Rand is for a minor goat. But it's staggered in intervals up to like 2,500 Rand for a major goat, 5,500 Rand for a mega sheep. You
Okay.
can go buffalo for 55,000 Rand. Okay, for a buffalo 55,000 Rand, you get almost double your money in 3 months.
Okay.
So you get paid out 100,000 Rand in 3 months. Your minor sheep, sorry to backtrack a little bit, but your minor sheep, 1,500 Rand in 2 months, you get out 3,000 Rand. You can reinvest. You keep reinvesting, your 3,000 Rand can become 6,000 Rand. Your 6,000 Rand can become 11 or 12,000 Rand. Your 11 or 12,000 Rand can become 20, 25,000. You reinvest, you can grow this as you want. So you can over an extended period of time by reinvesting, you can turn a small amount of money into 100,000 Rand, 500,000 Rand.
Wow.
Very, very exciting. So within reason, whatever you've got to invest, we can cater for you. If you've got 1,500 Rand to invest, we make a plan for you. If you've got 50,000 Rand to invest, we can buy one of these for you, one of those for you, one of those for you. We make a plan for you.
Your model makes it easy for everyone to be
Absolutely.
part of, your company. Why is it important for you as Clippers to come up with this such a simple model that everyone can participate into?
Because that's exactly what it is. We want people to benefit. We want the farmers to benefit in South Africa and internationally. We want the man who's trying to build a life for his family to benefit. We want him to grow. We want people to grow. We want them to develop from a spiritual point of view. Everybody I interact with are Christians, but we're not discriminatory. We're not saying only Christians can invest. Okay? With God's love, we love everybody, and we want people to benefit. We're here for you.
Yeah. For if you're at home who's saying this is, true good, this is too, good to be true, how authentic is this program?
When I started getting involved with Kloppers Farmers Group, I was thinking along those lines. How can this be?
Exactly. It's
Well, you know
unbelievable.
what? Sometimes if things sound too good to be true, they can be true.
Okay, all
I
right.
sincerely believe that.
And I want us to talk about the process now for new shareholder member that they go through.
Repeat that, please, ma'am.
The process that the new membership goes through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, we've got a website. Our website is www.kloppers.farm. So it's not the normal.co.za, it's .farm. All right, but the best way, if you want to gain insight, that's fine. And if you want to check out our credibility, we are on the internet.
Okay.
We've got a website and we've got physical offices. But the best way to probably deal with, from my perspective, to deal with, to get involved with Kloppers would to contact one of our representatives. And I'll tell you why, because you get one-on-one interaction. Okay, they can interact with you, they can ask questions, find out where you're at. Okay, and if you have a question, you don't forget the question, you get an answer almost immediately.
You've got branches all over the country. Just paint a picture for us.
We
Where are
have
you
got
based?
branches over the country. The head office is in Cape Town, but the way to contact us is not through the head office. Our headquarters are in London, but the way to contact us is not contact London. Contact our individual representatives and our branches. We've recently opened up in Ulundi.
Okay.
And physical offices, and we've recently opened up in 333 Bay House. That's Anton Lembede, the Old Smith Street.
Okay. And I assume that
and we're
you've
going to
got-
expand.
And sorry to interject. And I believe that you've got, the sponsors again in Ulundi now. You've got people that you're working with in Ulundi. Hence, you've got
100%.
an office there.
Yeah, I was there a week ago giving a
Okay.
presentation in Ulundi.
All right. I know you're not going to be specific in terms of the numbers. I do understand that you've been operating since 2021.
That's
Can you
right.
share maybe the numbers of the investors that you have ever since you started operating? Even though you're not going to be specific in terms of the numbers, but just
Yeah, give a ballpark. The numbers can change from day to day. That's why I can't give you like a within the last hour how many, but we've got just in excess of 2,000 members at the moment. And we have limited it to 7,000 at this point. Okay. And I think the primary reason for that is manageability. We don't want 1 million people to phone us all at once. Now, I'm not saying anybody mustn't phone, but what I mean is we limit it to 7,000. So there is a sense of urgency for viewers, to join while we still have membership available.
Because once you reach this 7,000, you're not going to be taking anyone.
We might extend it in the future. But the point I make is for now, when we get our clients, we need to manage them properly. We want their payouts to be timeous. We want to deal with them in a professional manner so that they're not waiting. There's not delays. There's not administrative areas because the workload is too great. So if we grow, the way to grow a business is to grow it slowly, steadily. You know what I mean?
All right. Mr. Baron Simcox esikhuluma naye oyisenior representative ngaphansi kwake inkampani yazo ukuthi ke iCloppers Farming. So mbe sothengisa amukele Catering News Talk mangabe sibuya sobe singena kuso ke isigaba sokugcina saloke nje ohlelo lakho iCatering News Talk uyibukela. Asibingelele mukeli sikhomkeleke kusoke nje isigaba sokugcina saloke nje uhlelo lakho oluyinqayizo vele olidlala njalo ngolesibili isikhathi esisodwa 7:30 kwintandokazi kamabonakude wakho i1 Catering TV. Igama lami nguSimangele, isibongo sami ngwakatshirwa kanti ke mawusanda kuvulela wona umabonakude wakho kuloke usuku namhlanje sikhuluma ngayo indaba yokufuya. Sikhuluma ke ngakho ukuthi ke iziphi indlela inkampani iCloppers Farming ekwenza kube lula ngayo ukuthi ke wena mbukeli ukwazi ukuthi ke ube ingxenye kakhulu njengoba benohlelo ngaphansi kwayo ke lenkampani olenza ukuthi ke ukwazi uqala ube umfuyi from imali nje encane as 500 rand uyakwazi ukuthi ke uinveste kule nkampani ukwazi ukuthi ke nawe uyithole uso umunye ke wabafuyi kuloke izwe laseNingizimu Afrika. Sinaye ko Mr. Simcox Byron okhona kuloke nje uhlelo lethu osichazela kabanzi ngayo ke nje imiqathango ukuthi ke yona yipi okufanele ukuthi ke uyilandele ukuze ukwazi ukuthi ke nawe uhlomuleke kulona ke nje lolu hlelo layo ke Cloppers Farming abanayo kulona ke nje lolu hlelo lethu. Mr. Simcox, I just want us to talk about maybe to encourage a viewer at home who's young, is a graduate, they're sitting at home because of the issue of unemployment. If we were to talk about this program, how important it is for those young people who are watching the show and who are not employed?
Well, in the context of the question you just asked me now, I think Cloppers Farmers Group can even be used to fuel education. If you have limited funds, once the membership is paid of 500 rand, and you have a small amount to invest, like 1,500 rand for a minor goat.
So the 500 rand, sorry to interject, Mr. Simcox, the 500 rand, it's a membership fee.
That's a membership fee.
And then afterwards, you then pay a 1.5. Talk to us about this 1.5.
Okay, maybe what I should do is elaborate on the staggered investments. Right. So a minor goat is 1,500 rand. You can double your money in 2 months. A major goat is 2,500 rand. You can double your money in 2 months. Mega sheep is 5,500 rand. You get paid 10,000 rand in 2 months.
Right.
Then you can get an Nguni cow for 16,000 rand. You get paid out 30,000 rand in 2 months. Then we start going into the game farming. All right, a kudu you can get for 25,000 rand, and in 3 months, once we start going into game farming, your payout is 3 months, rather than 2 months. Your 25,000 rand becomes 40,000 rand. A buffalo, as an example, is 55,000 rand. In 3 months, you get paid out 100,000 rand. And this is staggered more and more, depending on what your affordability is, all right, all the way up to a Serrano horse, which is 1.1 million rand. And in 3 months, you get paid out 2 million rand. All right, but you can start off small. You reinvest your 1,500, you get paid out 3,000. Reinvest the 3,000, get paid out 5,000 or 6,000. Reinvest that. So this can be grown. If you have a small amount of money in a year's time, you can potentially have enough money to pay for a year's university. Okay, or start up your own business. This can be used to fuel your farming. If you've got a small farm and a little bit of extra capital, put it with the Klopper's Farmers Group, keep reinvesting. You can grow your capital. Then you can invest in your own farm. Depends how you want to do it.
And these payouts are done on monthly basis. I do know that on your second.
What happens is you can access the extent of the growth.
Okay.
Okay, but in terms of the payout, you need to wait the complete time for the 2 months, whether it be the game farm or the 3 months for the I beg your pardon, for the livestock farm, or the 3 months for the game farm and horses. Okay, so you need to wait for 3 months for your payout, and then you need to do a claim. But the representatives can guide you on how to do a claim. Okay, but you can note the progress, how much your capital is growing on our website.
Okay, but through talking to a consultant, is there something that you can have on your phone, maybe that you can use to, you know, get an accessing what is happening under your account if you then open an account?
We don't have an app as such, but you can. On our website, www.kloppers.farm, you can access that.
Okay, all right. So that's where you get registered when you are interested to become part of this program.
Yes, you can.
Okay, do you want to expand more on the packages that you have, other packages that you have? Do you want to expand more on other packages that you have?
In terms of the livestock investments?
Exactly, other packages that you have, yeah.
No, it's specifically livestock. We don't do agriculture. Okay, we don't diversify into packages and stuff like that. If we get into agriculture, it's CSIR related, and it's about giving food to people. But that's like people you're really, really battling. You know what I mean? Like,
are you happy that you've outlined everything as far as livestock is concerned?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I wanted to talk about how you manage your operations as well as animal care. Not long ago, we had animal food disease, which has been, troubling the whole of South Africa.
We're very, very strict, and we adhere to a number of agricultural boards to ensure safety. Okay, but what we do is we purchase cattle, and we like livestock, game farming, that's something, horses, and we auction internationally.
Okay, is there any partnership that you have with South African government? I do know that you are from abroad. Your company originates from abroad.
Internationally, yeah.
Yes. Is there any partnership that you have with South African government?
No politics at the moment.
Are there any plans maybe in future?
We don't have plans, and I wouldn't stipulate that we necessarily, at this point, I wouldn't stipulate that we're not going to do that, but I don't think so. That's not our primary motivation. It's non-political. We don't want to exclude anybody. We don't want to exclude somebody who votes for this party from our arrangement and include somebody else. It's non-discriminatory. We want everybody to benefit. We're here to help.
And for the viewer who's still reluctant, when it comes to joining this wonderful program that you are talking about on the show tonight, your message to them, why is it important that they should consider, being part of this beautiful program that you're explaining tonight?
Look, when it comes to a business point of view, okay, there's always risk. There's always a risk. Do you know what I mean? If I want to go to university, I've spent a lot of my time in Durban, growing up in Hillcrest, and then I matriculated at Glenwood High School. Anyway, but if I want to go to University of KZN, all right, and I pay my tuition, there's a risk that something can happen to the university. There is always some risk. But like I said, to try and establish a little bit of trust and credibility, as far as I know, we do our best to behave according to good values. We're registered with a lot of security boards. We've got 10 billion rands worth of backup from an international financial institution to guarantee. We're not saying maybe you're going to double your money in 2 to 3 months or almost double your money.
It's a guaranteed
We
thing.
guarantee it, and we backed up by financial institutions. So you're going to have to take a little bit of a chance, okay? But anything's like that. I can cross the road and I can get knocked down by a car, but that doesn't mean I don't cross the road.
True.
There's a story, I don't want to mention any brands, but a very prominent bank in the UK went insolvent.
Imagine.
So it can happen anywhere. But we've been around for years, and we're planning to be around for years.
And you've got more than 2,000
more than 2,000 members.
Which I think
who are enjoying results.
Okay, all right. Your last message to those who want to, get hold of you. You've got a number that you can maybe share, a WhatsApp number, or maybe social media pages where they can go to so that they can get more information on Klopper's farming.
Okay, there, like I said, there is the website, which they can check it out, www.kloppers.farm.
Okay.
And then I can tell you what numbers I remember, but I can't remember all of them.
No, right, no problem.
Can those appear on screen?
Okay, yes, definitely.
Okay, well, then our numbers will appear on screen of our representatives.
Okay.
Okay.
And on social media page, do you've got any social media pages like on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok? You don't have anything
At the
there?
moment, not.
It's only
I
the
don't think
website
so.
that they can go to.
I recommend sincerely that they deal directly with our representatives.
Yeah, we are towards the end of the year. We know that people are going to be getting their bonuses.
Absolutely.
Just your last message, just to emphasize that they put their money on Kloppers farming.
Well, the thing is this, we all work very, very hard so we can have a couple of weeks leave at the end of the year and build a future for our family and that type of thing. But don't spend all your money. Make your money work for you. Robert Kiyosaki speaks about the guy who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, for those who are not familiar. Make your multiple streams of income. Warren Buffett says make money while you're sleeping, else you never become rich. So make one or two sacrifices. Take a bit of money, spend it on your family, but don't spend everything. Don't get yourself on a credit card debt. You know what I mean? Make a wise decision and draw satisfaction from the fact that your money's a portion of your bonuses and that type of thing. Invest with Kloppers Farmers Group. We're here to help you, guaranteed by an international financial institution, and phenomenal returns.
I think that's very important, especially if you're looking at the state of our economy.
100%.
Making, getting multiple incomes. I think it's very important. I think it's a very important message that you are conveying to our viewers. Mr. Simcox, thank you so much for your time that you gave us on our show. It's been such a great pleasure having you on the show.
Honored to be here. Appreciate it, Simogile.
Thank you. Mbukele khizela nyuso sifinyelele kunaka maphethelo alo uhlelo bese kuthulele lona osukwini namhlanje. Simangelo akachiro ngamana lonke ke ithimba le KZN Youth Talk asiphinde futhi ke hlakana ngokuzayo.